Greetings, Earth people. I thought I'd do an intermediate video between my hide tanning videos, which are about the transformation of a deer hide, and using that as symbolic as transformation of who we are as a person. So I thought I'd share a story that happened in 2003. I called it duck medicine. In Cherokee, I like to call it Kuonunuote. Maybe it sounds a little bit woo-woo, but it's a nice name. Anyway, the backstory is I was working at a restaurant when I lived in Tennessee that closed up at night, and I was the person who came in and cleaned. And on weekends there were two of us. So I was coordinating my activities with my coworker so we could get the job done properly and efficiently, and he got all sassy and I didn't handle that very well. I went off on him and managed to get him into the manager's office and just said, "This is not going to happen again. If it does, one of us is leaving the building." I don't know if I said that then, I thought it later. But I was in one of those tunnel vision states. The next night I mentioned it to the grill cook that I got mad at this other guy, and he said, "Yeah, I know, I was there." Turns out he was standing 3 feet from me, and I had forgotten. So after that incident, I realized I can't allow myself to be tweaked or have my buttons pushed by someone else and just go into a rage. That's no good. It was a bit frightening. So I thought, I'm a duck. He's water. So when his issue is just off my back, just not own it, just let it go. Just give myself some emotional and even physical distance from the person, just to not have that kind of engagement anymore. And that's when I started calling it duck medicine. Then over the next few days, I sensed the change, or some kind of change. The people seem to be behaving differently, and I started wondering, maybe it's because I'm not seeking their approval and acceptance. And I told that to one friend. I said, "That's like an emotional sucking leech," and he went, "Ah!" And I think that's what it does when a person is very needy and just needs your love, acceptance, approval just to get by. It just sucks the life out of you. So when I turned that around and allowed love to flow out and realized that I am valid in my own right, and I don't need someone's approval and acceptance to know that I'm valid. And it just changed my whole outlook, and it's been a journey since, and I've improved and gotten better at it. And it also allows you to step back and listen to other people and not having your ego be up front saying, me, what about me? No, just ego can handle. Ego can go sit in a corner and be quiet, which is what it needs to do in a few places. And so it was just transforming, and I feel life has been so much better since then. And I look at myself now as before, and I thought, I'm like that deer hide that's been totally transformed from one state to another. So it was quite an experience. And so there's moments like that that come along in our lives. And so I would encourage people to listen and watch for their moment, their life-changing aha thing that brings light into their life and existence, that transform them into better person, a more loving, kind, and generous person that's able to listen and be of help and not just sucking the life and energy out of others, which eventually drives them away. I've known partnered relationships where one person is, what about me? Fill my needs, and so on and so forth. And maybe both people are like that. Maybe they're feeding off one another. And eventually that relationship is doomed to fail because they're both starving for something and wanting from the other when they already have it in themselves. So look into yourself and see what you got, see who you are, and just listen. And it's a first step in transforming who you are and how you relate. So this is Coyote in the Woods doing stuff. But today I'm not doing very much. I'm just standing out here in this lovely white. Pretty amazing for the middle of April 2020. So take care.